Ladies, let's talk. I know the frustration, the confusion, the questions that keep circling in your mind. Why did he stop trying? Why does he seem distant? Why is he pulling away when everything was going so well? You give your time, your energy, your heart, yet his effort seems to shrink more and more. But listen to me carefully, men. Don't just pull away for no reason. And no, it's not always because they don't care. The truth is, there are key reasons why men start giving the bare minimum. And once you understand them, you'll start moving differently. You'll stop chasing clarity from a man who isn't willing to communicate, and you'll stop accepting breadcrumbs when you deserve the whole damn cake. Some men engage in relationships with no real intention of building something meaningful. In the beginning, they may put in effort, text consistently, plan dates, and make you feel like you're the center of their world. But over time, their energy starts to fade and their effort becomes minimal. This happens because their goal was never long-term investment, it was short-term satisfaction. Many men enjoy the process of pursuit. They thrive on the excitement of something new, the challenge of winning someone over, and the validation that comes from knowing a woman is interested in them. However, once that excitement fades, they no longer see a need to maintain the same level of effort. It's not that they changed overnight, it's that they were never truly interested in something more serious to begin with. You may notice that in the beginning, he's calling you, making plans, and making sure you feel special, but as soon as he feels like he has you, his energy shifts. He starts responding late, he doesn't initiate plans as much, and when you ask what's wrong, he either dismisses it or reassures you that everything is fine. What's really happening is that he's slowly disconnecting because he was never fully connected in the first place. Sometimes this lack of genuine interest isn't intentional. A man might think he wants something real, but as time passes, he realizes he's not ready or that you're not the person he truly wants to invest in long term. Instead of being upfront, he lets his effort dwindle, hoping you'll either accept the situation or eventually walk away on your own. Other times, a man simply enjoys the presence of a woman without feeling the need to take things further. He likes the company, the conversations, and the intimacy, but he doesn't have a vision for a future with you. His effort in the beginning was about securing access, not securing commitment. If a man's actions start to show inconsistency, if he no longer puts in effort the way he did before, and if he seems indifferent about losing you, the truth is he likely never saw you as someone he needed to truly invest in. His initial pursuit was about satisfying his own needs, not about building a foundation with you. In the beginning, a man will put in effort to impress you. He'll plan dates, initiate conversations, and make you feel like a priority. But once he feels like you're locked in, his level of effort may start to decrease. This happens because he no longer feels the need to work for your attention. He assumes that since you've already shown interest, he doesn't have to do as much to keep you around. This shift can be confusing, especially if everything seemed great at first. You might start questioning yourself, wondering if you did something wrong or if he's losing interest. But in many cases, it's not about a loss of interest, it's about a shift in comfort. When a man believes he no longer has to impress you, he might naturally settle into a routine where he only does the bare minimum to maintain the relationship. Some men take women for granted once they feel secure in their position. They assume that since you've already developed feelings, they don't need to continue putting in the same effort they once did. The sweet gestures become less frequent, the compliments fade, and the excitement that once existed in the relationship starts to dwindle. This isn't always because he doesn't care, it's because he's comfortable. He sees no urgency in keeping the spark alive because he believes you're not going anywhere. In many cases, women try to compensate for this drop in effort by doing more. They initiate more conversations, put in more energy, and go out of their way to keep the relationship exciting. But the more effort they give, the less effort the man feels he needs to contribute. It creates an imbalance where one person is carrying the emotional weight of the relationship while the other becomes passive. Some men operate with the mindset that relationships should be effortless after a certain point. They don't realize that maintaining a strong connection requires continuous effort from both sides. Instead, they assume that as long as there are no major problems, there's no need to do more. This complacency can cause distance over time, making the woman feel unappreciated and undervalued. When a man becomes too comfortable, he stops seeing the need to nurture the connection. He assumes that his presence alone is enough and that he no longer has to put in the same level of intentionality. This is why so many relationships start off strong but eventually lose their excitement. Emotional unavailability is one of the biggest reasons why men give minimal effort. A man may genuinely enjoy spending time with you, he may even care about you, but if he's emotionally closed off, his actions will always be inconsistent. In the beginning, he might show interest, make an effort to connect, and even seem excited about the relationship, but as soon as things start to deepen, he pulls back. This type of man struggles with vulnerability. He may have been hurt in the past, dealt with emotional trauma, or simply never learned how to express his feelings in a healthy way. Because of this, the closer you try to get, the more distant he becomes. It's not that he doesn't have emotions, it's that he doesn't know how to handle them. When things feel too intense, when emotions start to surface, or when he senses that you want more, his instinct is to withdraw. You might notice that he avoids deep conversations. Whenever you try to discuss feelings, future plans, or the direction of the relationship, he either shuts down, changes the subject, or gives vague responses. This isn't because he doesn't hear you, it's because he doesn't want to deal with emotions he's not comfortable facing. The more you push for clarity, the more he pulls away, leaving you confused and frustrated. Men who are emotionally unavailable tend to give just enough to keep you around, but never enough to make you feel secure. They might text you here and there, spend time with you occasionally, and even show affection, but there's always a sense of emotional distance. They avoid full commitment because commitment requires emotional presence, and they're not willing or ready to give that. What makes this situation even more complicated is that an emotionally unavailable man doesn't always recognize his own behavior. He may not intentionally be trying to hurt you, but his inability to connect on a deeper level leaves you feeling unfulfilled. Over time, you start feeling like you're the only one truly invested while he remains detached. If a man is emotionally unavailable, his effort will always be inconsistent. He will show up when it's convenient for him, but disappear when emotional depth is required. He may not intentionally be trying to push you away, but his inability to fully engage in the relationship creates a cycle where you constantly feel like you're chasing his love and attention. When a man feels pressured in a relationship, his natural response is often to pull away. Pressure can come in many forms: pressure to commit, pressure to express emotions, pressure to meet expectations he may not be ready for. Even if he likes you, the moment he starts feeling overwhelmed, his instinct is to create space rather than confront the situation directly. Some men struggle with the idea of being tied down too soon. They may enjoy spending time with you, but the moment the relationship starts moving towards something more serious, they begin to hesitate. This hesitation doesn't always mean they don't care. It means they are unsure if they can meet the level of commitment you desire. Instead of having an open conversation about their fears or uncertainties, they retreat, leaving you wondering what changed. For some men, the fear of responsibility plays a major role. Being in a serious relationship requires accountability, consistency, and effort. If a man feels like he's being pushed into something he's not emotionally prepared for, he may reduce his effort as a way to resist. This is why you might notice that the more you express your needs or ask for clarity, the more distant he becomes. It's not because your needs are unreasonable, it's because he feels the weight of expectations he's not ready to meet A man who feels pressured may also start acting inconsistently. One moment, he's affectionate and engaged, and the next, he seems cold or unavailable. This back and forth behavior isn't because he's playing games. It's because he's struggling with the internal conflict of wanting connection but fearing what comes with it. The more he senses that you want more from him, the more he subconsciously resists by withdrawing. In some cases, a man may not even fully understand why he's pulling away. He may just feel uneasy, restless, or uncertain about the relationship without being able to put it into words. Instead of addressing his emotions, he expresses them through reduced effort, delayed responses, and a lack of enthusiasm. The harder you try to bring him closer, the more distant he becomes. He sees your desire for more as pressure rather than a natural progression of the relationship. This often leads to a frustrating dynamic where one person is trying to move things forward while the other is passively resisting, causing tension and emotional disconnect. When a man is entertaining other options, his effort towards you will inevitably decrease. A man who is truly interested in building something with you will be consistent, intentional, and focused, but when his attention is divided between multiple women, his energy becomes inconsistent and his effort starts to feel minimal. Instead of prioritizing you, he starts spreading his time and attention across different people, giving you only what's left over. In the beginning, it may not be obvious. He may still text, still call, and still show up occasionally, but over time, the signs start to appear. He takes longer to respond, he cancels plans more often, and he starts making excuses for why he can't be as present as he once was. When you ask him what's wrong, he reassures you that nothing has changed. But deep down, you can feel that his focus isn't fully on you. A man who is keeping his options open is not going to give you the consistency you need. He may say all the right things, but his actions will tell a different story. You might notice that he goes through phases on week, he's fully engaged, and the next he's distant and unresponsive. This is because he's shifting his attention based on convenience and availability rather than true emotional investment. Social media and dating apps have made it even easier for men to entertain multiple options at once. With endless choices at their fingertips, some men develop a mindset where they never fully commit because they always feel like there might be something better out there. This leads to a cycle where they give just enough attention to keep you around, but never enough to build something meaningful. If a man is talking to multiple women, you will always feel like you're competing for his attention. You'll start questioning whether you're a priority or just another option. This uncertainty can create anxiety, leaving you constantly trying to figure out where you stand. No woman should have to fight for a man's focus. When a man is serious about you, you won't have to guess. A divided man will never give you his full effort. He will always give just enough to maintain your interest, but never enough to give you true security. When his attention is scattered, his investment in you will always feel incomplete, making it difficult to build something real. When a man is not afraid to lose you, he will give minimal effort because he doesn't feel the need to do more. A man who truly values and respects you will put in the work to keep you in his life. But when he believes that no matter what he does, you will stay, he stops trying. He starts taking you for granted, knowing that you will always be there, regardless of how little effort he puts in. At first, everything may seem fine. He's engaged, he's affectionate, and he puts in effort. But over time, he begins to test the waters. He starts canceling plans, responding slower, or showing less enthusiasm just to see how you react. If you tolerate his inconsistency, he learns that he doesn't have to do much to keep you around. The more you accept, the less he feels the need to give. Some men become comfortable knowing that you have deep feelings for them. They assume that your emotions will keep you attached, Even if they stop putting in effort, they may still show up occasionally, but it's no longer consistent. They start treating the relationship as an afterthought rather than a priority. They assume you won't walk away because you've already invested too much. When a man knows he won't lose you, he stops fearing the consequences of his actions. He might start making excuses, delaying important conversations, or being careless with your feelings because he knows you'll always be there when he comes back. He may even disappear for days or weeks, only to return when it's convenient for him, knowing that you'll still be available. This imbalance creates a dynamic where you are constantly trying to prove your worth while he does the bare minimum to maintain the connection. You find yourself making excuses for his behavior, hoping that if you show more love, patience, or understanding, he will eventually step up. But instead of stepping up, he becomes even more complacent. A man who is afraid to lose you will move differently. He will be consistent, intentional, and present because he understands that your presence is a privilege, not a guarantee. But when a man believes that no matter what he does, you will always stay, he will continue giving you the least amount of effort possible, knowing that you will accept it. When a man is truly into you, his actions will show it. He will prioritize you, make consistent effort, and ensure that you feel secure in the connection. But when a man is just not that into you, he will do the bare minimum to keep you around without ever fully committing. His energy will be inconsistent, his words will lack depth, and his actions will never fully align with what you need from him. In the beginning, he may show interest because attraction is easy. He may flirt, spend time with you, and even say things that make you feel special. But as time goes on, his lack of real investment becomes more obvious. He won't initiate plans as much, he won't check in on you consistently, and he won't put in effort to truly understand you. He may enjoy your company, but he doesn't see you as someone he needs to fight for. A man who is not fully into you will always leave you questioning where you stand. He won't be clear about his intentions, and he won't make future plans with certainty. If you ask him where the relationship is going, he might give vague answers, avoid the conversation, or tell you he's just going with the flow. This is because he doesn't see you as someone he wants to build with long term, but he also doesn't want to completely lose access to you. Sometimes a man will keep you around simply because it's convenient. He enjoys the attention, the affection, or the benefits of having you in his life, but he doesn't have a strong emotional desire to invest fully. He won't go out of his way to make you feel special, and he won't put in the effort to deepen the connection. Instead, he does just enough to keep you hopeful without ever giving you the love and security you deserve. A man who truly wants you won't make you feel like an option. He won't disappear for days, give half-hearted responses, or make you question his feelings. He will be intentional about pursuing you because when a man values something, he makes sure he doesn't lose it. If you find yourself constantly wondering if he cares, analyzing his mixed signals, or feeling like you have to beg for his attention, the reality is that he's just not as into you as you are into him. Here's what I need you to understand. The man's effort tells you everything you need to know. If you constantly feel like you're guessing where you stand, if you feel like you're the only one trying, if he's given the bare minimum, then stop making excuses for him. A man who values you will show it. A man who respects you will be consistent. A man who wants you will make it known. You don't need to chase, beg, or convince someone to show up for you. The right man will make sure you never have to.